Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people, and welcome to the Black Financial Channel. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to come in and talk about this meme stock craze with AMC and Gamestop. I spent a lot of time thinking about the fact that these two stocks have just gone berserk and that there's a lot of money being made. And I was trying to sort of figure out if there's a way that that money can be made by those who are watching. I mean, this is really, really interesting. In case you don't know, it's been kind of crazy. AMC and GameStop have gone up, about 100% in the last couple of days. It depends on when you look at the prices. And my thought is that this may be something that can benefit you. So what I did was I actually pulled together some stocks that I think could actually become the next meme stock. They could become the next GameStop possibly, or the next AMC or whatever. And I'm also going to explain to you a little bit about what's going on here. I'm going to explain to you about things like short squeezes and what happens with the meme stock frenzy and all the factors and dynamics that are occurring. So do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. Also, give me a yes if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me okay, because last time I had some audio issues, and I don't want to be a guy with issues every single time I go live. I'm hoping that my audio is better this time. So if I'm coming through all right, let me know. I apologize for last time. I sounded like a underwater animal or something, and this time I'm hoping I sound like a human being. So give me a yes if you can hear me. All right, so let's dive in. Okay, so thank you very much, Jones and Anissa and Yvette and Veranda and everybody else that's watching and listening. I appreciate you 100%. I don't know how many of you are watching from Facebook, but that's kind of a new platform for us again, because as you guys know, I got totally banned from Facebook. I probably deserved it. You know, I'm kind of a loudmouth. I say a lot of stuff that's very controversial. So that's what happens. You know, when you get controversial, there's a price to pay, and I don't mind paying that price. But anyway, I do have access to some of my Facebook pages, but not all of them. They took a lot of our platforms away, and I had 600,000 followers on Instagram, and they just erased the page. They don't have to answer to anybody. But if you want to follow me on Instagram, I am at Dr. Boyce Finance. So if you follow me at Dr. Boyce Finance, you can find me on Instagram. All right, so let's dive in. Did any of you buy AMC or GameStop? Did anybody jump in and mess around with any of those stocks? I know some of you came in because you got a profit alert, by the way. And if you want to get profit alerts, just text the word stock to 87948. And I will send you guys a text when I have a profit alert. And today I kind of have, this is almost like a special profit alert, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a few different stocks that I believe could theoretically potentially become the next GameStop or the next AMC. And why is that important? Well, because some of these stocks can like quadruple or something overnight, and there's no guarantees. There's no science to know exactly which stocks are going to be the next meme stocks, but there are some variables that are connected, and I'm going to kind of give you those variables. And I agree with you. I see one brother says no, it's too speculative, and I agree with you 100%. I think that it makes perfect sense to just say, you know what, that's too rich for my blood. I'm not messing with that. This stuff is crazy. But then again, sometimes you just say, you know what, I want to go to Vegas, right? And I want to have a little bit of fun. And I think that's okay too. I would encourage you to just know that if you buy these stocks, if you buy AMC, GameStop, and these other meme stocks, these are stocks that can lose all their value very quickly. So do not consider investing more than you're prepared to lose. Investing always involves risk. And if you're not prepared to lose money, then do not do it. Okay, so I see OG Honeybee. So is that did I say it right? OG Honeybee says that they bought some AMC. Okay, good for you. All right, Quincy says he can't hear me. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Give me a yes if you can hear me. All right, so let me kind of break some of this down in terms of telling you what's really going on. Basically, this roaring kitty person decided to come in and tweet something, and apparently that caused this whole army of people to suddenly push the price of AMC through the roof, and GameStop as well. It's been crazy. I mean, it's weird. It's very weird. I mean, for somebody like me, I'm a financial scientist. That's what PhDs do, right? And when I'm looking at this, I'm just laughing. I'm like, this is insane. This is so crazy. And so effectively, you have this thing where just they can just send out this call, and prices can just like shoot through the roof. And I don't know how long it's going to last. I can just say though that again, most people expect that these stocks are eventually going to crash. They're just kind of high on dope right now, and like any drug, you will have a crash. And here, AMC, I'm looking at AMC. AMC's gone up 137% in the last week. Let's see, GameStop has gone up. Let's see, in the last week, GameStop has gone up 257%. All right. So, one natural question to ask is which stocks might become the next AMC or the next GameStop? I can't predict that, but I can give you some assessments based on my research. Okay. So before I move on, before I do that really quickly, if you could please hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. And I also hope that you'll allow me to mention this Black owned business that did support this podcast. Her name is Latanya Williams. She wrote an amazing audio visual novel inspired by her 8th grade ELA students, and they wanted to be featured in the book. They suggest characters with special powers, and she brought it to life. Plus, she's added an affiliate component so the students can earn income. So she has an affiliate program with those students. And so if you go to ericatree.com, Erica-Tree, ARECA-tree.com, you can actually take a look at the book. So feel free to grab a copy there or get a physical copy on Amazon. So thank you to Erica Tree for supporting this platform. All right. So so one stock that here. So first of all, before I mention the stocks, let me just mention what some of the variables are. Some of the variables link to things like short interest. Short interest is effectively how many people are trying to short the stock. Short interest tends to drive meme stock issues. When there's a lot of people trying to short a stock, then there can be what is called a short squeeze. So here's what happens when you short a stock: you are selling the stock and hoping to buy it back later at a cheaper price. So people who sell their stock are hoping they can buy it back later. Every buy must be matched with a sell, but you can't sell before you buy. So what happens here is that there are some stocks that are shorted more than others. And some believe that there could be a linkage between the amount of short interest in a stock and whether or not this stock could potentially become a meme stock or be hit with a short squeeze. So what a short squeeze does is there is a catalyst that can push the stock price up. The catalyst could be, a strong earnings announcement. It could be something related to the company economically. It could be a group of traders on Reddit who have enough market power to manipulate the stock price. Well, the problem with a short squeeze is that when you're the short seller, remember the short seller has sold the stock. They're trying to buy it back when it's cheaper. That's the way you make money. You buy low and you sell high. So they're trying to buy it back cheaper, but the price is going up. Do you follow me? Right. So if the price keeps going up, well, then that sucks. You're scared because you're screwed because you're going to lose money. You're going to end up being hit by a stock that is going to cost a whole lot more than what you sold it for. So you sold it at 50, the price goes up to 80. You're scared to death because you're losing $30 a share. So a lot of guys on Wall Street, men and women, are doing these short sales, but they just live in fear of a short squeeze. Do you understand? Now, give me a guess if you follow what I mean by a short sale, what that is. If you don't understand what a short sale is, or you just want to learn more about stocks and all that stuff, feel free to join our stock market program. We have a great one in the Black Business School. It's theblackstockmarketprogram.com, theblackstockmarketprogram.com. I'll put the URL on the screen. There's a $1 trial if you want to jump in and learn more about this type of stuff. So basically, the short sellers are in fear of the short squeeze. So Roaring Kitty and all the Redditors have somehow gained the ability to create these short squeeze scenarios where they are sticking it to the short sellers. Why they hate short sellers so much, I have no idea. I personally think that there are people in the middle of the pack that are manipulating the masses and getting them to somehow hate short sellers, even though they have no reason to hate them. They don't know these people, but for whatever reason, they're just like, "Oh, we're gonna get these suckers. We're gonna get these sons of bitches. These sons of bitches, they're ripping off the American people. We're gonna get these sons of bitches." Right? They what man comes, it's weird, right? But it works. It works, right? So they're getting the price to go up, up, up. And what happens, here's what happens. So pay attention now. So as they're pushing the stock price up, the short sellers get nervous. So they start to exit the trade. They start to close their position. Well, remember, and I want to I'm walking you through this so you understand this. So I can get when I give you this list of stocks, you'll understand why these stocks are on the list. So so the short sellers, remember, they sold earlier. So what do they have to do? They have to eventually, if they did a sell, they have to do a what? Starts with the word B. It rhymes with I. What do they have to do? They did a sell. They eventually have to do a what to get out of the trade. Type it in the chat so I know that you're following me. They have to do a buy. They have to buy the stock back. So if they see this stock going up to 50, then 60, then 70, then 80, well, they're going to say, holy crap, I got to get out of here. So they're going to start buying the stock. Well, if all the short sellers are coming in and buying it back, thank you, Tequila, they're all buying it back. What's that going to do to the price? Do y'all hear me? Are y'all following me right now? It's going to do what? It's going to keep pushing the price up. So it kind of folds into itself. It becomes this runaway stock that ends up going berserk because first the meme stockers start doing the short squeeze. They start pushing the price up. So then all the short sellers start coming in and they're adding fuel to the fire. They're literally pouring grease on a grease fire. They're pouring grease on the grease fire, so they're buying the stock back, which is pushing the stock up further, which is only making the short squeeze worse. So anybody who was holding out is getting screwed. So it's almost like a stock market version of a run on a bank. That's kind of it reminds me how a run on a bank sort of works, where the more people panic, the more you better panic, or you'll be the last one holding the hot potato when the sucker burns up and turns into poison. So so that's what's going on, right? That's why AMC and GameStop are going crazy. These stocks are heavy with short interest. Now, here are four stocks I have seen mentioned as potential candidates next meme stock. And why am I mentioning this? Well, because some of you've asked me this. Because if you are into this kind of thing, there might be some money to be made. I have to just make sure I warn over and over. Give me a yes if you understand. I do not give investing advice on this channel. I always like to ask for that confirmation so that no one will walk around thinking weird things like that Dr. Boyce Watkins owned the Tulsa real estate fund, which was not true. So I like to make sure you understand I do not give investing advice. So you do this at your own risk. But here are four stocks that are considered to be candidates for the next meme stock. Okay, the first one is a company called Fuel Cell. Fuel Cell, the ticker symbol is FCEL. F as in Frank, CEL. Fuel Cell is considered to be a stock that could be another meme stock. Another one that's been mentioned, and type these in the chat, the tickers, because what'll happen is somebody will miss it and then they'll come back and say, what was it again? So if you type it in the chat, it really does help me, and I appreciate y'all for doing that. So Fuel Cell is one, FCEL. The second one is Tupperware. That's TUP. Tupperware. Now, mind you, I'm not saying these are good investments. Some of these stocks are just flat out crappy. Like, I don't remember looking at Tupperware, but last time I remember checking out Tupperware, I think that stock was just a piece of doo doo. But it's about $2 and it's dropped. Let me see, how much has Tupperware dropped? It's gone up actually in the last year. It's gone up actually 187% in the last year, but it's dropped 90% in the last 5 years. So if you bought it in the last year, you did well. But it's not like these are stellar A plus companies. These are not companies that that are on that are candidates to become part of the S&P 500. But Tupperware this week has already gone up 73%. So there are people that believe that it could have more upside, because if you're thinking about the mindset of a retail investor who might participate in the meme stock nonsense, what's $2.10? Why not jump in and buy a couple hundred shares? Why the hell not? I mean, okay, you lose your $2, but you could have made 10, right? So that's the mindset. That's what people are thinking. Another one is now, mind you, I'm not going to go beyond the list that I have in front of me. There may be other candidates out there. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to mention some stocks that have a lot of short interest, if that's a variable that you feel might drive this process. Another one is Virgin Galactic. Their ticker symbol is SPCE. SPCE, just like Spice without the I. That's $1.23, but it's already gone up 35% this week. Virgin Galactic used to be a great stock to sell options on. I probably made $100,000 selling options on Virgin Galactic stock, but the stock has pretty much just kind of plummeted. It looks like the company is pretty much a money loser, but that is a candidate to be a meme stock. Meme stocks tend to be crappy companies that get artificially inflated for no particular reason. Now, a good company that also is a meme stock candidate is Roku. Roku is not as in terrible shape as the other companies, but Roku has also been mentioned as a company that could potentially become a meme stock. Now I'm looking at this past week; it's gone up about 3% this week, so it has a lot of space to run. It's about $62 stock, so it's not a $2 or $3 stock like the other companies, but the name Roku has been mentioned as a potential candidate, and the ticker symbol is just ROKU. All right, so do me a quick favor if you could, please hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share. Make sure you subscribe, and also I'd be remiss not to mention that I'm going to appear in Philadelphia. I don't make a lot of public appearances, but I am going to go to Philadelphia for the Get Money Fest. JRT's hip hop artist out of Philadelphia is hosting this event with the Pish Posh Girl, and it's basically art, music, fashion, and also financial literacy. They have about 3 panels on basically how to get money, how to make money in every level, how to raise money, how to monetize your business. And I love it because I think every young person in our community should learn how to make money. I think making money is one of the most important skills young people should have. We should not send them out into the world without this skill. So if you'd like to come to the Get Money Fest, I asked Jay if he would let my people in for free, and he agreed. So if you'd like to come for free, you can just go to getmoneyfest.com and get a pass if you want to come into Philadelphia, or if you live in the area. That's going to be May 18th, so feel free to do that. Second of all, if you want to go to our Black Wealth store, I have my book, The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power. There are also other products there, like the financial flashcards for kids. Dr. Claude Anderson's book, Powernomics, is there. You can get tickets to the All Black National Convention, etc. Today and today only, you can actually get 60% off anything in the store. So if you'd like to go take a look at the store and use the code word today only 2024 at checkout. If you use today only 2024, all one word, at checkout at drboycebooks.com, you can have 60% off everything in the store. That expires tomorrow. So feel free to go to drboycebooks.com, and the code word is today only 2024, all one word. All right, so we were talking about meme stocks, and we were talking about AMC and GameStop and what the hell's going on over there. Now, let me just kind of give you some frameworks in terms of what's going on with the meme stocks and the variables that kind of come into play. So right now, basically, a lot of the price action is driven by higher volume. Higher volume is something I studied extensively in my doctoral program. I've written research papers on volume. And one thing I can tell you about volume is volume tends to be connected to price increases in the stock. And when I would do research studies and run the statistical analysis, I typically found a strong positive connection between volume and stock price for whatever reason. And well, I know why. It's because when you have a lot of volume, it's because you have a lot of different traders there, and different traders show up for different reasons. Some people believe the stock is going to go up. Some people believe the stock is going to go down. That creates a lot of activity because not everybody agrees. If everybody was the same, then there wouldn't be nearly as much volume because everyone would agree that the stock is either good or bad. Also, when you have a lot of short interest in a stock, and then you have people that want to do short squeezes, that can also push a stock and turn it into a meme stock. This is something that the SEC is really studying right now. This big meme stock thing has led to what I suspected, and it's happening now. The SEC is closely monitoring all the trading activity in these stocks to basically make sure that they can protect market integrity and also that they can protect retail investors. A lot of retail investors jump into the meme stocks. They want to be, they want to participate in all the chaos, but the problem is that retail investors are the ones who get their butts kicked. And so what then happens, though, is after they get their butts kicked, they go back and they say, I got used. I got exploited. The rich guys on Wall Street took advantage of me. Well, you're damn right they did. You showed up and you were trying to make $1 out of 2 cents. And I'm not saying that you don't have a right to try to do that. But if you're running up through Vegas and betting all your money on black, well, guess what? Sometimes you're going to lose, right? So ultimately, the SEC has the interesting task of allowing people to freely participate in whatever capacity they want, but dealing with something that we refer to in finance as irrational exuberance. Irrational exuberance is basically where the market is just a little bit crazy. People are high on that dope. They're going crazy. They're buying everything. They want to make that quick money, and I don't blame you. But the thing about it is people come in and they don't understand the risk that is involved. So the SEC is monitoring this because they suspect, as I suspect, that there is massive amounts of market market manipulation happening now. That there are wealthy people, powerful people with billions of dollars sitting in the middle of this who pretty much know how to get the party started, and they leave the party right before the police get there. So when the police arrive, the consequences come pouring in. They're already long gone, and you're sitting in the middle of the party and you get locked up. So basically, this risk is very, very high. There is a lot of market manipulation going on. I think at some point they're also going to regulate how social media impacts stock prices, because social media has caused runs on banks. It's basically a see. Here's the thing. Here's what I want you to understand. A lot of what drives investing and market prices is information. Information is one of the most important, most critical elements in all of finance. Right next to that would be things like time. Those of you who are in the Prime program, you know I talk extensively about why I love stock options, because stock options allow you the ability to literally sell time, and I think that that's a beautiful thing. So effectively, with information being so important, the world is a little different now that you have these really speedy methods of information transmission occurring. Like you have all these ways that information can fly really fast. So, like the Silicon Valley Bank literally flopped. It went from being a very strong bank to being damn near dead in just a matter of hours. Well, why was that? Well, because of Twitter. So, these little explosions, these little meme stock frenzies can come out of nowhere. They literally are like these little financial tornadoes that could just pop up anywhere. And so when I mentioned those stocks earlier, Fuel Cell, Tupperware, Virgin Galactic, and Roku, I was mentioning stocks that if you wanted to participate, maybe you buy a few shares and just sit on them, hoping that maybe one day you'll wake up and find out that your stock just went bananas and that there's some money to be made. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I am saying that that wouldn't be an irrational approach to these things. Also, I would say too that one of the things that happens when the market gets emotional is that you have a lot of greed sort of kicking in. And so you really want to avoid greed when you're talking about trying to deal with stuff like this. The other thing I wanted to mention that I wanted to just share with you. Remember, I was telling you earlier that short interest is one of the many variables that's used to sort of try to predict what stocks might be hit with the meme stock frenzy. And so the stocks with the highest short interest, here's a few. There's one called Zynex that has 34.85% short interest. What that means is that 34% of the company's total outstanding shares have been sold short. And this is a medical tech company, but basically there's a lot of short interest because the market's pretty bearish on their future prospects. But their ticker symbol, I'm not saying buy this stock, I'm just telling you what it is ZYXI. ZYXI. Please, somebody type that in the chat so everybody can see it. ZYXI. Another one is a company called Cassava Sciences. That's Sava, S-A-V-A. They have 34.5% short interest. That's another biotech firm. Biotech firms are really interesting for the options market because pharmaceutical company stocks tend to jump around a lot. Stocks that jump around a lot, they make really interesting case studies for stock option participation. And the options markets are a heavy part of these meme stock frenzies, particularly with people buying these out of the money calls. A third company that has a lot of short interest is Novavax, NVAX, 33.6% short interest. This company has a lot of volatility. And some people are wondering if this company can survive in a post-pandemic world, but that ticker symbol is NVAX. A fourth one with a lot of short interest is Kohl's, Kohls. Their ticker symbol is KSS. They've been struggling a lot with sales and profitability. So here's the thing, though. Remember, most of these stocks these are not solid, high quality S&P 500 companies. These are not companies that tend to make great long-term investments. These are companies that are kind of sick and on their deathbed, that are really, really struggling, some of them. And so the hope is that maybe these stocks will have some sort of catalyst that will cause the stock price to pop off. One thing that a lot of us forget is that a good company does not automatically make for a good investment. A good company does not automatically mean that it's a good investment, and a bad company does not mean it's a bad investment. Sometimes a bad company can be the best investment that you've ever made. Like Tupperware, I think I showed you guys where the Tupperware stock. Tupperware is a terrible company, but that stock has gone up over 100% in the last week, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check that. I think I saw that earlier. TUP is the ticker symbol. Yeah, Tupperware stock has gone up. 73%, 73% this week. So if you bought Tupperware at $1.20 and now it's 210, then good for you. Happy birthday and Merry Christmas, because you made a ton of money. So never ever think that the great companies like the Googles and the Microsofts are always the best investments. They tend to be the best investments long term. Short term, anything can happen. Okay. Now somebody I think was asking, repeatedly asked me a question about Lucid. I have not researched Lucid, so I cannot speak about Lucid. And I just want to shout out my sister Tequila. She says, "You're literally the best finance person on the planet." Thank you. Well, you know what? You made my day, girl. I love you, Tequila. Shout out to all the Black women who can boost our self-esteem and boost our energy in a second, just with some wonderful kind words. I appreciate your love, and thank you so much for saying that. Now I'm going to go to bed and with a smile on my face, because Tequila has given me a reason to get up tomorrow and keep doing the damn thing. All right, guys. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Please hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. A couple of reminders. Number one, first of all, I hope you will consider going to take a look at the Black-owned business that help to support this podcast. This sister, if you allow me, I'd like to share her business. Her name is LaTanya Williams. She wrote an amazing audio visual novel inspired by her 8th grade ELA students who wanted to be featured in the book. They suggested characters and special powers, and she brought it to life. She's added an affiliate component so the students can earn income. So she's got her students learning how to run a business early, which is extremely important. That's part of our Black Wealth Master Plan. And her website is ericatree.com. That's spelled ARECA-tree.com. So if you could go take a look and just support this sister. It is really hard to get a business moving when you first get started. And so I hope that we will go and give her some hope and support in this dream. Second of all, I want to share with you something that we do every morning. It's totally free for anybody that wants to join. This is financial consciousness training. We help to elevate your money mindset and allow you to reach your economic potential by seeing all the economic possibility around you. We do this every single morning at 10 a.m. We have over 100 lectures that we've done, actually. And if you want to join the live sessions, that's totally free. You can go to drboyceelevate.com. That's drboyceelevate.com. Or you can also just text the word morning to 87948. So text morning to 87948, and I will send you an invitation to join us for financial consciousness training. All right. And last but not least, remember our Black Wealth store, our Black Wealth Mastery store at drboycebooks.com. For the next 24 hours, you can get everything 60% off. At checkout, just use this code today only 2024, all one word, and you will have 60% off anything and everything that you want to buy inside the store, but it's only for today. So feel free to go to drboycebooks.com, use the code today only 2024, all one word. All right, guys, I'm about to get at what's Erica's website again? Okay, Letitia, I'll put it up on the screen. All right, so I'm going to get out of here, guys. I hope you guys have a great night. I hope this information was beneficial to you. If you want to get those profit alerts in the future, when I find other things that are interesting, worth looking at from an investment standpoint, just get on that stock market text list. Text the word stock to 87948, and I'll do what I can to support you in your quest to make money and be successful and all these things. I know this is what we want in life, right? Like, this is who we want to be. We want to be the world's leading investors on the planet. I believe that that's what Black people can do. I believe that that's what we're supposed to do. I don't believe that we're supposed to be last place, second place, no other place except first place. And that's what I'm aiming for every single day. So I'm going to be first place for you, and I hope you'll be first place for yourself. So have a good night, everybody. God bless you, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Take care now. Bye-bye. Peace.
Here we are, clan the isms, cataclysm, great. Our people out here struggling, trying to make it in this state. Everybody out here doing it, but we the ones who late. Now family, we the ones who gotta delegate. Get that money in the power, never be fake. Stick to cosign for 3. What did he say? Create jobs, support our own. Educate the same and buy back your home. Got 3 degrees, triple 10. 3 PhDs, now we on the CNN. DBTV, let's talk about negligence. Ignorance is bliss, but we can turn it to intelligence. Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. Let's break it down here on Dr. Boyce TV. Here we are.